Now, I know there are a lot of you out here who are wondering, do you actually have to have a resume in order to be a field inspector? And if so, why do you actually even have to have one? And if I have to have a resume, what in the world do I actually put on the resume? And what if I don't even have skills in the first place because I'm new to this game of inspection? Well, that's what this video is going to be about today. I'm going to dive a little deeper into that to help you guys out. And this video is brought to you by one of my viewers who left me a comment pertaining to just that. So I'm going to read that comment to you guys right now. And the comment is from Angel07758. Thank you so much for your comment. The comment says, I want to start doing inspections, and I've seen some of your older videos where you've said that we need to have a resume. I don't have any experience doing inspections, so I'm not sure how to start getting jobs. So let's talk about that. Okay, so first I want to just take it into account that yes, you do have to have a resume, and I'm going to tell you why. But first, let's just talk really quick about why you actually have to have one. When you do attempt to sign up for some companies, when you go on their sites or whatever, sometimes on the site, it may ask you at that point to upload a resume. Most times it does not. If it doesn't, then when you receive some sort of response from these companies inside of your email, they will at that point ask you to upload a resume. So it is proven that yes, you do indeed need one. Okay, but this is not the same sort of resume as if you were doing a 9-to-5 job. None of the generic stuff. This is one of those resumes where you're going to put all of the things that relate to this job, at least on paper, some sort of way, on some sort of digital, so that you can upload to them so that they can have a view. So yes, again, most companies will actually ask you for a resume. Now, as far as what you put on the resume, you're going to put on the resume anything that is relating to skills as far as this job is concerned. And I know the question is, well, the actual comment is, I don't have any experience. And I'm getting there, I promise. What you're going to put on the resume, you're going to put any sort of skill, for those of you who do have skills, on your resume, no matter what it is, something pertaining to this sort of work. You also can put on there any sort of notary work that you might have done. And the reason being is because there are some companies that actually ask you, are you a notary? And if they do, you can at least already have it on your resume. So the more you have on it, the better. So whatever you have that is professional, that is entrepreneur, that you have done to show that you can work independently, you can actually put on your resume. Now, most of the resumes that I've seen, these resumes only have things that are pertaining to field inspection, and some of them have notary. So, if you're a plumber or something, I don't suggest to put all of that on there, okay? Now, what type of resumes are we looking at? So that's what we need to talk about next. All right, so now a real quick interruption before we get back to the video. If you've never heard of Chime, Chime is an online banking app that is packed with features. You get a checking account, a high-yield savings account, and you get a credit builder account. You use it just like your own checking account, except you're spending your own money. And Chime reports your payment activity to the major credit bureaus every month to help you to build your credit. Now let's talk about the good stuff. Skip all of the payday loans with all of that high interest, or the dread of having to ask a family member or friend to allow you to borrow some funds until your next payday. If your payday is taking its sweet time getting here and you need access to money right now, eligible members may be able to use MyPay to access up to $500 of the money that they've already earned. Then there's SpotMe. This means that instead of getting hit with all of those traditional overdraft fees from the banks, eligible members can overdraw their account up to their approved spot me limit on debit card purchases and cash withdrawals. And here's a feature that a lot of people don't even know about. Chime may offer interest-free loans to eligible members. If Chime makes you an offer, there's no filling out a bunch of paperwork. There's no wondering if the bank is going to turn you down. You simply choose how much you want from the amount that Chime offers you. Your payments are automatically deducted on your scheduled repayment date each and every month until the loan is paid off. It is that simple. Now here's something else that you do need to know. Yes, you can go directly onto Chime and open up an account. But if you want to receive Chime's $100 sign-up bonus, you need to open your account using a current member's referral link. So if you're thinking about signing up anyway, don't leave money sitting on the table. Use my affiliate link down in the description so that you'll be eligible for the bonus. All right, so now let's get back to the video. Now, the resumes that we're looking at, these resumes are not like your average generic general resume that you would do for a 9-to-5, where you're putting when you worked somewhere, what company you worked for, what was your title, what type of work did you do, how long was you there, from start to end date, none of that stuff. Think of it as a marketing resume, okay? So before I go further into that, let me just say really quick, there are going to be some who probably have created their resumes just like a regular resume. And if that's what they did and the companies actually accepted that resume, then fine, okay? Because at the end of the day, I do not work on the inside. All I know is that when you do entrepreneur work, you want to have some sort of resume that is going to market yourself. So you want to put all skills that you possibly have that relates to this job. So if you have been doing field inspections, you know to put inspections for home insurance, whatever, commercial, all of those different things on your resume. You're going to put a way to contact you on the resume, and you'll put a picture. Now, some people don't like to put pictures on resumes. But when you're signing up for a contract work, a lot of these companies want to know who they're giving a contract to. They want to know what you look like. And you might as well do it, because when you get ready for an ID badge, which most of them create for you, they're going to ask you to upload an image anyway, so that they can send you one with your picture on it. So you might as well just add one to your resume. So now let's talk about what you do if you happen to not have any skills at all as far as field inspections. So I'm going to put myself in your shoes because I have been there. When I first started, when I first got my call, I had never done field inspections before. But I knew that I knew how to take pictures. I mean, who out here don't know how to take photos? So I knew how to do that. So when they asked me, had I done field inspections, I told them I've taken a few pictures here or there. I ain't lying, because I have. So what they did was they put me on a test run to go out, take images, submit the images. All right. Anything I did not learn, I did not know, they claimed they would teach me. Okay, that's another song and dance, because pretty much it was self-taught. But that's all I had to do. So I know that you can easily get into a company. That's a no-brainer. You can get into one if they have work in your area. But you have to have something to show some sort of skill. So now when my resume was created, I didn't know what to put on the resume. But when it was created with things in mind that they would ask as to what you do as far as field inspections. So I just started off with what I would call simplistic, you know what I mean, loss control inspections, things like that, commercial inspections, home inspections, insurance inspections. A lot of them are different names depending on the company, but some of them are still the same. Once you start actually getting into doing the work, you'll realize a lot of it is pretty much still the same sort of work. So it's really nothing too different. But it was put on the resume, and I was fine with that. So now, am I telling you to create your resume and put stuff on it that you know you haven't done before? Of course not. But what I am telling you is that everybody who is a field inspector who has not had a plug, meaning someone in the game who just straight hooked them up, everybody had to start somewhere. And when you start, you fake it till you make it. Now, the whole point of this is that once you get in and start doing inspections, if you cannot show yourself approved, you'll know it because they won't give you no work. So I'm not going to straight off the bat tell you what to put on your resume if you don't have absolutely any experience at all. So you can decide what you want to actually put on your actual resume. So I wouldn't let it straight stress me, because I have no experience. Because you got to look at it this way. It's just like if you started a job somewhere and you've never done that work before. Because plenty of us have started work somewhere on a job that we have never ever done. And if you've never done that work, you just never done it. Once you get in there, you will either end up being self-taught or somewhere along the way, people will teach you. So it is what it is. There's been plenty of jobs I've had where I didn't know what I was doing when I stepped in the door. So you have to think of it that way. And don't let it stress you or worry you as to what you should do when it comes to being a field inspector. Just get you some companies. And of course, I do have a list of companies on my website on themichelle.com. And if you want to learn how to create your own resume, I have a resume presentation on my website as well. I'll put that on the screen somewhere so you guys can see it. And you can go over there and get that one. That one is a presentation where I talk to you and walk you through exactly how to create your own. And that works well for people who are wanting to put their pictures and stuff like that on their resume, but at the same time, they know later down the line they may want to change their picture. You want to change your picture, update what you look like now. Maybe you want to add new skills and all of that. It keeps you from actually having to buy a resume over and over again. You just save your template and you constantly go in and create a new one. Put your new stuff in it, save it, download it, and there you have it. So if you want that, that is over under my digital resources on themichelle.com. And it's over there for you to get it if you do need it. So I hope that I was able to kind of help you or ease your mind a little bit. Or any of you who are concerned about getting into field inspections but not knowing what to do because you have no experience. A lot of us come in this game with no experience. And then everything I've learned, all of the hiccups, all of the downfalls, all of the days that I stressed and worried and was just feeling like I was on the tip of the edge of a bridge ready to jump because I am having a time of my life that was not good just to get this work done. Everything I learned, I started to teach so that people don't make the same mistakes I've made. And so I'm telling you, I have been there and it's very easy. Just get you some companies and start signing up. Get you a resume made. So when you go in there on their website, you can upload you one. I hope that was able to help some of you out. You guys know what to do. If you have any additional comments, any concerns, anything, feel free to drop it in the comment section. Like, subscribe. You guys turn on all your notification bells. You know I'll be bringing you back something later. Thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.